my name is Ginny and I've been a member with OsteoStrong since November 2019. The reason I'm here is that I've lived with osteoporosis since my late teens due to a couple underlying health conditions, and so having to treat that over the years usually involved taking certain medications or calcium or weight-bearing activities and all these different things, and just noticing that I wasn't really able to increase my bone density up to where it would be in a normal realm, especially due to some other medications I was taking that were detrimental. I was brought to OsteoStrong by a tip from my primary care physician and started working here, and something that I really liked about it and what keyed me in on OsteoStrong was using your own body's intelligence in order to build bones, and that really resonated with me just because some of the medicines we have, although they are good, sometimes there are certain mechanisms that I wasn't too comfortable or sure about, and that with OsteoStrong, because I'm using what my body is capable of doing and the biohack of the body, it made me feel confident that I was building bones and bone density and flexibility in a way that would protect my bones in the future without having any sort of weird side effect. So that was really exciting about discovering OsteoStrong. When I first discovered that it was working, even prior to my first bone density after starting OsteoStrong in August 2020, was I could tell it was working because I would have this little bit of lower back pain. And after I started with OsteoStrong, I noticed that had drastically improved. And even though it was something minor, it was a sign to know that, I think this is working out. And so, being a scientist with my background, it wasn't until August 2020 when I actually had the facts of going back to get my bone density. I go to the same location. I've gone there ever since my late teens, so I know that the process is pretty spot on and that my numbers are accurate. So when I saw that there was an increase in my bone density, like a really decent increase, that's when I really knew that this was working. Of course, there are other things I've been working on at the same time. I had a really big surgery and a change in absorption with my digestive system and just the different diets that I was doing. So it is really comprehensive, but for me to show that there was an increase made it worth my effort to come in weekly, and that I'll continue doing that. And then another sign of that is I got my next bone density DEXA scan taken in August of this year, 2021, and there was further increase, and so I was bumped out of being in osteoporosis under certain categories into osteopenia and actually all into the normal range for bone density. So that was also very exciting. One of my doctors even reached out and applauded these efforts, which is not something you hear all the time. So that was really neat to know that it's working. It's definitely worth my time. It's been a peace of mind for me. I think in 2019, when I was concerned about my bone density being pretty low and needing to take certain medications that could have side effects, that was a huge stressor because I didn't, your bones are your framework of your body, and I wanted to focus on that because without your bones, you don't really have much to your structure. And so coming to OsteoStrong and increasing my bone density has provided a sense of release and freedom, and knowing that I'm healthy and that I can be healthy later in life as well, and that maybe I will avoid having any sort of big fractures or injuries that could lead to hospitalizations, which I definitely want to avoid with my past history. So that's kind of my scoop in a nutshell. It's something I'm always excited to be here. The staff is very friendly. I learned something new, and I feel like overall I am stronger and have better balance, and there's just all these other little things that I feel are part of coming to OsteoStrong as well. So bones are your framework, and appreciate being here. Thanks.